In terms of our forecast this week, it's a little bit on that boring side of things, as much as I hate to say that, but we're looking forward to fall. Most exciting thing going on, looking at 19 days away until September 22nd. That's when the first day of fall is, but it sure does feel like summer in our pollen counts. Very similar to what we've been tracking through the month of August and the first beginning couple of days of September. Low tree pollen, low grass pollen, moderate weed pollen, and low mold pollen. And in terms of our temperatures, it also sure does feel like summer as we hold on to kind of those low 90s, sometimes a little bit stretching into those mid 90s, similarly to what we feel outside right now, and even some of those upper 80s. Montrose is right behind. Sunny skies continuing. Maybe tomorrow afternoon a little bit of some cloud coverage could roll on in, and still some lingering showers in the high country regions. Tomorrow down the I-70 corridor and maybe Thursday along that continental divide is when we'll see a little bit of those move on in. Now we are tracking this high pressure right on over our forecast region, and as we look towards the rest of the work week, even the late work week, we're starting to watch this ridge build in the Pacific Northwest. And as it does, that's really what's going to continue to have us hold on to, of course, those dry and sunny skies that we've been experiencing, alongside, of course, some pretty consistent temperatures as we see, again, 90, 91. Now, I did mention dry skies. We are still just right in that drought zone as we, dry drought zone as we look at our monitor right now. The Front Range still looking to be in those tan and orange regions for the Denver metro area, stretching into northern Colorado, just a tad bit of that, a touch of that through southern Colorado. The continental divide, though, looking to be quite normal right now, even as we look forward to some possible continental divide showers on Thursday, like I mentioned. But hey, before Thursday happens, of course, Wednesday has to. So there is a little bit of a severe storm expected to move on through Aspen along that 1 p.m. hour tomorrow, just over those Rocky Mountains, Rocky Mountain National Park, and through Estes Park, 1 p.m. Also a severe storm moving on through, shifting towards the Front Range, and then eventually, of course, continuing to see that convection across the Central Plains. But during that 3 p.m. hour down the I-70 corridor, a little bit of some action as well. If you do have those midweek travel plans, some wet roads could be in store for you before clearing on out. And like I mentioned, maybe Thursday, continental divide, just a little bit of some action to be seen before clearing on out for the end of the work weekend into the weekend. Speaking of the end of the work weekend into the weekend, holding on to those 90s, low temperatures also sitting to be quite pleasant, closer to those averages. Our heat index just a few degrees cooler than what we're actually recording due to it being so dry outside. And I do just want to touch on our temperatures we saw earlier today. 91 was the predicted afternoon high for us here. Right now we're actually recording 93 though, so just a few degrees above what we originally expected. We expected 86 in Montrose, which sets us up above those averages. That's continuing to be the trend by at least a couple of degrees for the rest of the week, like I mentioned. 93 through Grand Junction right now, just noted that. 86 through Montrose currently, tad bit cooler in the high country in those 60s and 70s outside on America's Mattress Live Tower Cam. Beautiful skies. We're going to continue to see these beautiful skies into tonight and for the rest of the week into the weekend, with Montrose right behind. Evening lows are also still sitting quite nice. Open up those windows.